What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all of you are having a great day so far. Listen, real quick, I gotta tell y'all, this is what you need to get. This right here, tangerine lemonade. Go to your local grocery store, Walmart, whatever. Get you some of this. I'm telling you, you will thank me later. This is like the best drink. I discovered that tangerine lemonade like 2 months ago, and ever since then, I'm always getting it. Always getting it. Tangerine lemonade, blazing. You can't go wrong. So anyway, getting into this episode of GH, I'm gonna be brutally honest with you all, like 100% honest. You know, this is just my opinion. You may think differently, but this whole, what's that girl named? Kendra? Is that her name? Kiefer's sister, Kendra. I'm going to be honest. I have literally, for right now, for this time being, I have literally zero interest in Kendra. I have zero interest in her revenge against Alexis. Zero interest. I'm going to tell you why. Because this girl is about 8-9 years too late for revenge. Like, the time to get revenge should have been a long time ago. Why wait till now? Why? I mean, it took you that long to plan your revenge or how you were going to get Alexis, and we all know she gonna fail. First of all, you don't want to mess with Natasha. I'm not even talking about Alexis right now. I'm talking about her alter ego, Natasha. Listen, how many people, if you've been watching this show for a long time, you know that Alexis has an extensive record. Not just as a lawyer, but people have died because of Alexis or Natasha. People have died. So why would you want to mess with that? It's not smart. I'm just saying. It's not a smart thing to do. That's a foolish thing to do. Yeah, but for right now, I have no interest. None. It could change later. My interest level can change. It depends. But for right now, I don't care. So anyway, moving on from that. She's definitely on a rampage right now. You know, she got that supplements and stuff like that. She pouring it, you know, some type of poison or whatever the hell that is into the supplements, trying to, I guess, poison Alexis or whatever. Speaking of Alexis, what the hell is wrong with her? Why is she sitting at Charlie's pub like her daughter just was not sent to Pettonville? Like, Alexis, what are you doing? Your daughter is going to Pettonville right now on a murder for hire charge, or whatever they want to call it. And you sitting there talking about health supplements and all that BS, and your daughter sitting in Pettonville. What are you doing? Like, does she not know about this? Did Jason not call Alexis and tell her? Like, Diane didn't call her? Like, nobody called Alexis and informed her of this? Like, she's not mentioning this? She's not saying nothing about this? Like, you're sitting here talking about gym supplements, well, health supplements and nutrients and all this mess. And your daughter is sitting in a prison about to be turned out by Big Heffy and all that. Up in Cell Block C. Like, and you don't care. Like, what are you doing? Get out off that seat, ass up, and go check on your daughter. Even though she grown, go check on her. Go get a visitation or something. Go see how she doing. Like, what are you doing? She up in here about to get turned out in Pettonville, and you just sitting here like everything is peachy cream. Like, I don't get that. Like, what the hell were the writers smoking when they wrote this? Like, what parent sits there? You know, like I said, she's an adult, but still, what parent sits there talking about nutrients and shit when your kid is locked up in Pettonville for a murder? And you sitting there acting like everything is everything. I don't know. Whoever wrote this, y'all smoking some of that good ooh-wee. I'm just saying, y'all smoking that good Snoop Dogg stuff there. Because I don't know what y'all were thinking when y'all wrote this. When y'all put pen to paper. Or y'all typed it up on y'all computer. Or however y'all write y'all script. I don't know what y'all was on when y'all did this nonsense. But I said, okay. I guess she just going to ignore the fact that her daughter's about to be turned out. I said, all right. So anyway, moving on from that. Brad. The fucking bane of my existence. He continues to be a squirmy little bastard. So now he's sitting here having dreams about being at Nelle's parole hearing and her telling Michael about the baby. Now, if you saw this week's promo, then you saw Michael confront Brad about the baby. Now, we all knew that promo was misleading. We knew that because we knew it was going to be longer before Michael found out. We knew it wasn't going to be at no damn parole hearing. We knew that. That's why I didn't even get excited about it. I was like, because I already know it's a dream, and of course it was, and I was pissed. I was like, okay, whatever. And of course, Lucas wants to know what the hell is going on with Brad, because he know Brad is keeping secrets. And you want to know what's so funny? When Brad called Julian, I loved how Julian ignored the phone call. He just ignored. I freaking loved it. I was like, yeah, that was the best part of today for me. One of the best parts was him ignoring that phone call. I said, thank you, Julian. Stop taking this little idiot's phone calls. All he gonna do is call you to bitch, moan, and complain and tell you, oh, can you please help me? No. Don't help him. I'm glad Julian putting his foot down with Brad. I'm completely happy about it. It's about damn time. You know what I'm saying? Like, shut him up. Completely. You know, and he's sitting there trying to pump Lucas for information about it because Lucas came in telling him, you know, he feel like Brad is hiding something. And tell him about the doctor and the pills and all that type of stuff and talking in his sleep. And Julian was like, what the hell is he saying in his sleep? He's sitting there talking about he mentioned Michael, I guess, in his sleep. Julian, I mean, obviously Julian has a lot to lose if this secret comes out. But I can totally understand why Julian does not want to be Brad's little bitch. Like, I don't blame him. Like, you're not about to let this little punk bitch you know, make you his bitch. Like, absolutely not. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely not. But you still want to know, you know what I'm saying, like, where everybody is on this because your involvement could come out in all of this, and that's what you don't want. Because it's going to be a pretty bad day for Julian when Lucas and everybody find out his role in all this and the fact that you knew and you didn't say nothing. So shit is definitely about to hit the fan for Julian. So anyway, speaking of Brad, so he went to Nelle's parole hearing. Nelle, of course, continues to be in her delusional state of mind. Like, her lawyer, Martin, was telling her basically, like, you're lucky to have a parole hearing this early because she's only been in prison for a year and some change. You know, you ain't even been in prison a year and a half. You ain't even been in prison 2 years yet. And you're getting a parole hearing. So you ought to be grateful and be happy that you're getting a parole hearing. She's so confident that she's going to be released tonight. That she's getting her parole hearing. She's going to be granted parole. She's getting out tonight. Martin was telling her, that's not reality. Like, he was letting her know, you were lucky to get a parole hearing right now. But people, even if you are granted parole, he told her it could still take a few weeks. It could take even a few months for you to actually get released from prison. She's talking like, oh, it's going to be granted and I'm going home tonight. Then she's going to sit there when he's sitting there telling her all of this, like, basically trying to tell her, don't set yourself up for a fall. Like, don't get your hopes up. You know what I mean? Like, just put on the charm like you did with him when you met him and stuff like that. And hopefully it works. And she's sitting there getting mad at him because he's not telling her what she wants to hear. That's her problem. That's how you know she's delusional and she crazy. Because she expects people to tell her what she wants to hear, not what she need to hear. And that's, as a lawyer, he's doing his job by telling you this. You know, he's not going to sit there. Any good lawyer is not going to sit there and tell their client, yeah, you're going to be granted parole. Yeah, you're going to get out tonight. Of course not. That would be a false sense. You would be lying. Because you can't guarantee any of those things. You can't. So he was being honest with her and letting her know, like, don't set yourself up. Don't get all psyched up. Calm down. You may not be getting out tonight. You may not even get the parole. Because most people don't get it on their first try. So Chase, of course, showed up. Brad showed up. She was all concerned about where Michael was. Of course Michael not going to show up for that parole hearing. Of course he not. He got other things to deal with. He ain't got time for you. And besides, they already have all the victim impact statements anyway, including Michael. So he didn't really feel the need to be there. Since they already have his statement. So she go up in there in front of the parole board, you know, putting on this little act, talking about some, oh, you know, I've been doing good in prison. I've been working in a hospice center. You know, it makes me happy to make them happy. And when I get out, I want to work in hospice care and stuff. She wants to do that. Even Chase was sitting there laughing. He was like, give me a break. I said, for real, ain't nobody buying this bull. She's sitting there, fake tears, dabbing her eyes with tissue, fake crying, talking about how she want to do better. And I was like, is anybody really believing this nonsense? So they wanted to know if she took responsibility for everything she did. She talking about, well, I can't blame everything on my hormones, so I take some responsibility. See, that's your problem. You're not taking full responsibility. She said, I take some. I was like, listen, if that parole board would have gave her parole, I would be like, listen, all y'all need to be in psychiatric care. Like, I'm just saying, because there's no way you with common sense can buy that bull that she was shoveling. I mean, seriously, some people rather live in shit than let the world see them work a shovel. Honestly. So, of course, the parole board was like, you know, at this time, we cannot grant you parole. She was mad as hell. She said, what? She was pissed. She really thought she was going to get out. Yeah, she really thought she was going to get released that day. Like, are you serious? Her delusion, I swear, like, her delusional mind is, like, up here. It's not even down here. It's up here. Like, that's how delusional she is. And it's so funny because when Martin told her that, you know, she still got to keep up the good work in prison because for the next 2 years, they're going to be keeping an eye on her. Yo, did you not see her face when she realized that he said 2 years? 2 years. I said, yo, I cannot. 2 years. She got to stay. She got to be in there for another 2 years, a whole 2 years before she get another parole hearing. Oh my goodness, yo. You seen the look on Brad and Chase's face, how relieved they were that parole board did not let her out. Oh, man. Priceless. Fucking priceless. I swear it was priceless. So anyway, moving on from that. Listen. I really hope, and I'm being honest, I really hope Nina is setting Valentin up. That's my hope. I know it's probably a long shot because she's acting dumb right now, but I hope she's setting Valentin up. I really do. I hope she is. She's setting him up for a failure. I hope. Because when he was protesting for Sasha, like, oh, you should let it go, she had this look on her face like, why are you defending her? Why you don't want to see her punished? I think she's trying to set him up. Part of me wants to believe she's trying to set him up. But then again, I'm trying not to get my hopes up on it. Because some people are known to do dumb shit. But he was definitely protesting a little too much for Sasha. So, of course, Nina had Sasha arrested for fraud, burglary, and all this mess. Now, I looked online and some people were saying in the comment sections that they were upset a little bit about how come Michael didn't contact Diane to represent Sasha. My thing is, I'm not mad that he didn't call Diane. Diane has her plate full right now with Sam. You know, Sam is dealing with the feds right now. That's a huge thing. So I'm pretty sure Diane's busy. And why do people keep trying to shit on Alexis? Like, she's not top notch. You know what I'm saying? Alexis, in my opinion, is just as good as Diane is. I'm not going to say she's better because I don't think she is, but she's just as good. Meaning she can get just as good results as Diane could have got. So, you know, basically she tried to call Nina, you know, and Valentin, he was getting on my nerves. Like, he just kept on trying to rush Nina into marriage. That goes to show how guilty he is. Because one, you're protesting for Sasha too much. Two, you're trying to rush Nina into marrying you. Talking about, oh, let's go to City Hall. Like, he mentioned it quite a few times throughout the episode. Let's go to City Hall right now. Let's go. Then he want to talk about Jax and stuff like that. Nina was like, I did not get back with you to talk about no damn Jax. For you to be all jealous. Like, let that go. So they arrested her, and now, Alexis is trying to figure out how to get her out of it. So she tried to, broker a deal with Nina and tell Nina, if you drop the charges against her, the criminal charges against Sasha, you can sue her and take her to court and sue her civilly. So that way you can win. She can pay you whatever she owe you in money, damages and stuff. Nina didn't bite. Nina was like, nope. Nina was like, nope. She was basically like, Sasha could go to hell. And she was like, I want to see her prosecuted. This is where Sasha needs to put her big girl pants on and tell the damn truth. Because you are in dire straits at this moment. You are looking at Class A misdemeanors. Like, you really... And Alexis kept trying to get her to tell her the truth. She was like, be honest. Did Obrecht and Valentin have something to do with this? Like, why are you willing to go down for them? I understand she wants to be noble, and Michael considers her to be noble. I'm like, this is not noble. This is stupid. Because I feel like, as much as I love Sasha, I feel like she's a new fool. Because I'll be damned if I sit there and go to prison for anybody. No. Like I said before, Obrecht and Valentin are just as guilty in this scheme. So if it's me in that situation, I'm looking at some time in prison. Best believe, if I go down, all y'all going down. All y'all going down. Obrecht, Valentin, y'all are going down. Period. I'm not going down by myself. Hell no. And that's what Alexis is trying to tell her. Be honest. Tell the damn truth. You know what I'm saying? Just be honest, so that way you could broker some type of deal. You might even get a lesser sentence, or the charges dropped altogether. If you throw Obrecht and Valentin under the bus. Like, I don't see why she's sitting there trying to keep this secret. Like, you're not doing yourself any favors. Like, throw them under the bus. I love the scene with Michael and Valentin. Michael stepped up to the plate. Michael is showing Valentin, like, I don't care if your last name is Cassadine. I don't care. I'm not afraid of you. Michael basically was like, I don't care what your reputation is. He didn't care. Like, Valentin sitting there trying to tell Michael, oh, stay out of this and stuff. Michael was like, nope, I'm in this. Because Michael basically told him. And I love how Michael put him in his place and he stood up to him. He was basically telling him, if Sasha goes down, if she goes to prison, your ass is going down. I love that. I love it because Michael's showing like he's not no punk kid. He's a grown-ass man with influence, just like Valentin got influence. Michael has influence as well. He knows some powerful people too. So he could make your life just as much miserable. Probably more. So don't underestimate Michael. And that's exactly what I feel like Valentin is going to do. Underestimate Michael. And that's the worst thing you could do. Is underestimate anybody. But you know what? Being underestimated has its advantages. Because it gives you the power, because your enemy is never going to see you coming. Because they underestimate you. So continue to do that, Valentin. It's your funeral. So anyway, Maxie. Normally, I love Maxie, but she was getting on my damn nerves in this episode. Like, she literally sat right there and blamed everything on Lulu. Like, you're mad at her for telling the truth. Talking about, oh, your ethics cost Nina her happiness. So what? She would have never really been happy, because the secret was going to eventually come out one way or another. You wasn't going to keep a lid on that forever. Eventually, and it would have been worse if she would have married him. Would have been worse. I don't blame Lulu, even though it wasn't her secret to tell, but she had to set an example for her daughter. And that's what she did. Like, Maxie was, it just felt like to me, Maxie was sitting on a high horse. Like, she was on her little pedestal or whatever. And I love how Lulu threw it back up in her face, how she lied about, the baby dying. She lied, tried to pass Georgie off as Dante and Lulu's daughter. And Maxie was pissed when Lulu threw that back up in her face. And Maxie and Lulu asked her, she was like, so do you regret telling us the truth? Do you regret us finding out? Exactly. I don't blame Lulu for doing that, because Maxie was getting on my damn nerves. Like, she was just super annoying. Like, that's what, and sad to say it, I just can't wait until her house of cards come falling down as well. Let's see the look on her face when Peter's lies come to the surface. And who she gonna go run to for comfort. Because if I was Lulu, I'd sit there and throw that door. I'd slam that door right in her face when her heart get broken. Don't come calling me. Don't come whining to me. Because how you gonna sit there and call Lulu your best friend, but you're mad at her for being honest and stopping Nina from making a huge mistake by marrying Valentin again? And you're mad at her for that? As a friend, you should be happy that she chose to be honest instead of sit there and lying. I mean, Maxie was sit there, she was upset that Michael knew about it and didn't say nothing. But yet, Lulu knew and she immediately told. And you're mad about that. Like, I don't get it. How are you mad at Michael for a second for not saying nothing, but you're mad at Lulu for actually saying something? Like, she doesn't make any sense. Like, Maxie, in my opinion, that's not no real friend. My honest opinion, that's not a real friend. But I digress. Anyway, that's pretty much the entire episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about today's episode. I will see y'all all later. Peace.